Thanks.
And coming to the matchup tonight. Last time we've seen the Ducks this season. Last time Ryan Getzlaf's going to be here. A couple storylines for that.
Yeah, I mean it's and we're back at home, so it's good to be home, and hopefully we can continue our home ice kind of record and our identity on home ice. And tonight's another test for it.
For Getzlaf in particular, it kind of feels like we're running out of guys in that generation a little bit. So
I mean, just obviously what he's done throughout his career has been spectacular. He's been the face of that franchise for a long time. It feels like yesterday he just started. I remember him as a young rookie coming up, him and Corey Perry, and to see what he's done in his career is pretty special. At times there, you could argue he's maybe the best player in the game at different times in his career. So he's had a great career. And again, I can't believe he's wrapping it up. Time goes.
What do you want to see brought from that last game? I know you liked a lot of what you saw the other day.
I like their checking mentality. I like maybe a little bit more energy in our game. But I really liked we were on the right side of the puck a lot of the game, last game, basically last 5 periods for the most part. And yeah, and then carry that over. I still think we could be a little cleaner with the puck. That comes a little bit of fatigue last game, but just get back to our pace. I don't think we played it as high as pace as we normally play on Saturday, but totally expecting a back-to-back.
How would you describe Spencer Knight's season and the progress that he's made? How important is that? You know, that you have your guy to go with at this point.
Well, it's extremely important to know that you to have the luxury of having 2 world-class goalies. His progression, I think, is kind of what we expected. You know, I think it's hard. It's going to be an adjustment for him. Bob took the ball and ran really hard with it early, and Nighter kind of got spotted in. And there's some games that didn't play that good in front of him. Maybe he needed to play, and he went down and with a great attitude and worked his butt off for his time in the American League, which only helps young players, and got himself back into that rhythm. And we've seen it here for the last month that he's been up, and he's played extremely well.
Did you say you started tonight?
Bob's starting.
Trevor Zegers had a couple of lacrosse goals. Are you old school or new school on those style of plays? You like them?
Yeah, I love them. Yeah, why not? I love skill. I mean, even it's what it is. It's fun to see these guys, these kids coming up now are exceptional skilled. And I think we've got ourselves in part of the game that it's more acceptable, and it makes it better hockey, makes it more fun. Kids love it. I was watching Derek McKenzie's kid pull it off there the other day. So they work on that more and other things. It probably needs to be toned down a little bit, but it's fun to watch. It's great for hockey.
He was showing Marco about it.
Yeah, that's right. He was. Yeah, exactly.
20, 30 years ago, I mean, that would have been, you know, anti-NHL or.
Yeah, we couldn't do it back then anyways. So.
Any other changes for tonight?
Lombi's out. Mams is in. Hager's in. And Carly's out.
Any update on it with Military or timetable?
Yeah, hopefully this week. Back to full practice. I was hoping a little bit earlier, but it's a little nagging here. So he'll be back soon and hopefully in the lineup at some point here.
It's been about a calendar year since Mason Marchment really started to make his descent on this team. What has impressed you about him as you've seen in the last few years here?
Yeah, I mean, I think what impresses me about his game is his tenacity on the puck and his puck strength. And how slippery and elusive he is with his foot speed. It doesn't look the prettiest, but he's very deceptive. He's slippery. And he's worked really hard on his game last year. I think this the start of the year when we got him, and we weren't really sure what we're getting. I'd seen him play in the American League enough, liked him there, didn't know at this level, but he self-confidence that he believed he can play. And when he got the opportunity, he took it and ran with it. And it's a real great story to see. And he's had a tremendous season.
It seemed like he really fueled him right. That I don't know, that positive energy, like, hey, you're going to get to play with Marco. It was like, okay, you know.
Yeah, he wanted it. He was ready for it. And that's on him for being ready. And it's hard, especially the start of the year, kind of the black ace and kind of skating extra with the guys after when we're carrying in the COVID roster. And he always came to the rink with a great attitude, happy-go-lucky, put me in, I'm ready. A boatload of confidence, and he stuck with it. He could have went the other way. Instead, he went the way that you want to reward players that do it that way, the right way, and bring his energy and his effort. And again, his self-confidence in himself is really what's pushed him into this position.
And aside from injuries, so that third line there has been probably your most consistent combo, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, they got a lot of chemistry. The pieces really fit there, and they went through a stretch, especially in January or February, where they were arguably one of the best lines in the league. So they're really good. It's a great luxury to have. Put a third line out there against other teams' lines. It's, that matchup is a lot in our favor most nights.
And I want to ask you one more about Ryan Getzlaf. I know you've had different roles over the years, whether in management, coaching, but what would you say, what was it like to game plan against them, particularly when he was kind of in his prime? And,
Yeah.
Rolling, and like you said, maybe on some nights, kind of looked like even the best player in the game on some nights.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, when I was upstairs, I think every day that I was up there, we were looking for a Ryan Getzlaf. A big right-hander center, distributes the puck as good as anybody in hockey, competitive. And like you said, when he was on the top of his game, he was as good as anybody in the game. But yeah, we were always looking for Ryan Getzlaf, and now Anaheim, when he leaves, will be looking for another Ryan Getzlaf. They don't come around too often, and when you get a hold of one, you better keep them.
Thank you.